welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with a general reading for the sign of Scorpio for April 2025. This is a channel that focuses on you and in particular on your own healing journey to get back to your authentic self and to get back to that person that you were always meant to be. My name is Carol, and if you would like a personal reading from me, there is going to be a link in my description box and also in the comment section below. And so today for April, we're going to be doing the Yellow Cardinal Cross. It takes me a bit to set up, so I will take a few minutes to set it up, and I'll put you on speed shuffle and be back in a few seconds. Okay, Scorpio, I'm back, and so we're going to begin with the issue, the problem, maybe a decision you have to make, pattern maybe that's showing up in your life right now. You have, I picked two cards, and then I felt like I needed another one, and sometimes I feel like I do, sometimes I don't, but so I got the Three of Wands in reverse as your first card in the reading. And Three of Wands, this individual, I like this particular deck, and I don't think I mentioned what deck I was using. This is the Ehrenberg Tarot. I really like this deck. It shuffles nice, and I like it because it takes a snapshot of, let's look at it in an upright position. It takes a snapshot of the Rider-Waite deck, and just a little focuses in on something, and so you have this telescope here, right? This person ready to maybe go on some kind of a journey, really. So I'm seeing here that you it's a wand, and a wand is always about our creative, purposeful direction that we want to go in our life, like seeing a next step that you want to do, kind of, you know, you have a plan for something you want to do. It's an idea. You've been it's not just a nudge, it's like almost like, you know, you're getting ready to do it. And it's very interesting because you jump. Oh no, you don't jump. You go from the 3 to the 4. I was thinking you were at the 2, but you're not at the 2. You're at the 3, because there is a big difference between the 2 and the 3 of Wands. The two talks about just getting that little nudge that, oh, I think I want to do this. 3 says, oh, I'm going to make a plan to do it. 4 says, oh, here you are. You've like stepped out. You've like almost got really bold. And because this is a celebration card, it's usually like they're stepping out from this walled city behind them. And these 4 wands are planted in the ground, and wands are not meant to be planted because they are wands want to take you in that you know, that purposeful direction that you're supposed to go into. But number 4 is a very solid number. And I see here that, you know, you have this very solid plan or something that you're doing, and you've like, you're out of the gates. You are out of the gates is what I've heard. So you're already starting to feel out of the gates. I mean, I could end that here and go, okay, I don't see anything wrong with this. Like, I don't see a problem here. No issue. But then I thought, there's another card here that should come out. And then you got the Emperor, and I went, aha, okay, this is the issue. Now the Emperor, again, very interesting, is the number 4. And so, like I said, number 4 is a solid square. When I see the Emperor, this is a real masculine energy. This could be like a father-like figure maybe. But this is someone that's sitting in this chair that's been here for way too long, right? And this is somebody that if you see, you know, here you are, you've walked out of this walled city. There's the celebration card. You've stepped out of the gates. And then you're feeling, you're hearing this, oh, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? You're not allowed to do this. You're hearing these, I call this like the rules of society, but there are these imaginary rules that you have in your head that you were told when you were younger, and you're repeating them. You're hearing them now. You're hearing these after you've like spent so much time focusing on something that you wanted to do. You made a plan to do it. Yeah, I got out of the gates, and all of a sudden it's like you were hit with, what are you doing? Because these imaginary rules are saying to you like, no. We need to stop this. It's almost like I see the Emperor as being this very controlling influence on you. When he comes up, it really represents control. So I'm wondering if you've been stopped, right? Because you're feeling this. And so let's look at what is the conscious influence on this. What do you know about this situation? What's influencing this? And then we're going to look over here for the unconscious influence. And this part right here is really our inner world. If you want, this is your outer world. This inner world right here is your shadow and what needs to heal. It's from your childhood. And it is actually going to be driving what you're consciously aware of. So let's see what's going on with this situation. We're going to get some more information, what you're aware of, to help me out. We have the Tower card here. And you know, the Tower card, for that to come up is, and when I saw the Tower card, it came up in reverse. And so it's not a full-blown tower. Now, the Tower moment, when it comes up, and it doesn't come up in my deck often, it is like a major change in circumstance. To me, it's like, for a Tower moment to come up, it's like the universe has sent you all these red flag warnings, and you didn't listen to them. And so the Tower moment comes in and says, all right, I'm going to take a baseball bat, the universe says, and I'm going to hit you over the head with it because I've given you lots of warnings and you need to change direction. If you think about it in your life, how many Tower moments you have, they're just always these moments from the universe that you just went, you know what? I've been trying to get you to change and go on this path, but you're not listening. And this, because it's in reverse, says, this is a final red flag for you. There's something here that says you're not listening. You need to pay attention to what this red flag is. There is something here. There's something here that there's a reason why you've stopped here, or kind of are feeling this. Maybe you got really cold feet. You know, maybe you had this plan to get married to somebody, and all of a sudden it's like, boom! Why am I getting the cold feet? Why do I feel like this? What's going on? And there's a final red flag here. So it's like, I think it's time for you to stop right now. Stop, Scorpio. There's something here that has to be revealed. And so I think you're aware of this. There's something here. There's a message behind this. You are a very secretive sign. You're actually the sign of secrets. And so I'm wondering if there's something here, that there's a secret here that wants to come up, that wants to reveal itself for you. You have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is fascinating here. The Seven of Swords talks about this thief that's running away with these swords, running away with them in their hand, 5 of them. Very dangerous. Swords are our mental thoughts, our mental energy, what people told us when we were younger. And so I think you're hearing something from when you were younger. It's the Thief card. They ran away with these thoughts. And then you continue to say it in your head. And, you know, it's no surprise that you got the Emperor over here, because the Emperor creates these imaginary freaking rules and we continue to live by them. And so it's like, what imaginary rules are you hearing that you have run away with? What's going on here? There's something that, I mean, I don't know myself what it is, and it's like I want to know. And I think you're that sign that says, you know, I want to know. There's something going on here that I'm not aware of. And there's a red flag here from the universe that's kind of stopping me in my tracks, saying there's something you need to know here. Maybe before you proceed. You have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is in an upright position. It's an individual that's juggling. He's juggling here, right? And if you notice, he's just on one foot. Very, very ungrounded. I often refer to this as someone that's very multitasking. Look at the water in the background. Whenever water shows up in my readings, it's emotions. And so this individual has this stomach that's going like this. right? And because they're so distracted. I often associate this card with dissociating and being extremely distracted, being very busy, because we're trying to, we can do that when we're trying to ignore a message that's coming up. And so I see here that you've got these warning, almost these things that are coming up in your head that you've heard before. Red flags are coming up, last one here, and you're kind of distracted. You're all over the place because we don't want to look at what we need to look at. And so what is it that's coming up here that you need to look at that you don't want to look at? Is what I'm seeing here. There's something coming up that you do not want to look at. And so, and a lot of times, you know, there are emotions. There are emotions that are coming up. This water here. What are these emotions? You're feeling a lot of emotions. And so what we do when we feel all these emotions and we don't know what to do about it, we'll go up in our head, we'll dissociate, because our emotions aren't up in our head. Our emotions are in our body. And so what's the unconscious influence? And that's going to tell us a lot about what needs to heal here. What's going on? Because this is what's coming up right here. It needs healing for you, Scorpio. We have a judgment card. Judgment card talks about, and remember this is from your childhood, from your adolescence. The judgment card talks about these people being awakened by this horn. The horn's very important here, right? It's almost like they were in their coffin, they were dead to something, and then they're being awakened by this horn. So they're awakening. And I think when you were younger, there was a part of us when we were very young that we were awake. You know, we weren't distracted, we weren't dissociated, and that got put away here. That's put away in your shadow. And so I think that's where that dissociation was coming from. So why did you become dissociated? Why was that, what happened to you? Well, there's a younger child here, this page of wand that's coming up. The page in our deck, there's 4 of them. And the pages in my deck represent our inner children. Our inner children are these younger parts of us, 4, 5, 6 years old. I said that you were awake when you were 4, 5, 6 years old. You were not dissociated. You knew what you wanted to do. You knew what direction you were meant to go in. But when trauma happens to us, when something happens to us when we were younger, we go out of our bodies and we go up in our heads. And these younger parts of us carry these big emotions that we couldn't feel when we were younger. So there's, like I said, there was a secret here. There's something going on here. Something needs to be revealed to you. And this younger child of yours knows what direction you're supposed to go into. But you see, if it's sitting in your shadow, it means it needs healing. It needs to be listened to. You need to know what memory is sitting here. There's a last call here for you to get back in your body and to get grounded into your body and find out, you know, what is this memory? What does this child know? Because you need to feel what this child felt when they were younger. They're carrying these big emotions. They have this memory you have to know about. And it's fascinating because I got another judgment card. I wanted another clarifier, and it gave me a judgment card to clarify another judgment card. And that told me to stop. It was like, there's no more here. There's no more. This is what's really important here. You were once aware of something, and you were in your body, and something that caused you to become dissociated. And so there's something here to be revealed to you. And so what's needed for resolution? You know, maybe it'll come up some more here, but I know there's like putting a big stop here, saying there's something that you need to look at. So what's needed for resolution? You have the King of Pentacles. The King in my deck is the masculine part of you. Now you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is always also masculine part of us. masculine energy for sure, that controlling part. And now it's coming up again. The pentacle is our body. It's about talking about being in our body, being grounded. And this tells me that you're very much, this is the ego side. This is the part that keeps you in your head. And I think you need to realize that you are in a place right now where you're very ungrounded. You're not in your body. The king, our ego self, does not want us to be in our body because our ego self is petrified, absolutely petrified of emotions. And so it'll do everything to keep you safe. When you were younger, in order to keep you safe, your ego self would have put you up in your head, would have dissociated you because you had these big emotions. There's something that happened to you that took you right out of your body when you were younger, that dissociated you. And this ego self continues today to keep you in your head, keep you distracted with this Two of Pentacles, multitasking, doing whatever you can to feel. You have the Nine of Cups that comes out. This is what I call him my spiritual bypasser, my shadow bypasser. He's the one that says, you know what? I've spent my entire life feeling all these emotions. That's what cups are. All these emotions right here. I put them up as trophies right here. All 9 of them. I'm done healing. I've had enough. Thank you very much. Here they are. No more healing. Thanks. I don't want to open up that can of worms again. But here's the thing. This individual hasn't reached. There's one more cup. You know, the pip cards go from ace to 10. And he's saying, oh, no, I'm done. I've felt enough. Thanks. But if you take that blue blanket off, well, there's another emotion there. There's something else there. Interesting that you got the 10 of Cups coming up right here. That's the full range of emotion that you're meant to feel. But you have stopped feeling. Your ego self is keeping you up in your head, keeping you distracted and dissociated so you don't feel. So you don't go inwards and find out, you know, what's the secret? What do I need to know? What are my inner children? What are they trying to tell me right now? You have this Four of Wands coming, and here's the Four of Wands again. You started off with that Four of Wands, that controlling card, that getting free, you know, walking away. You were free. You were out the gates, but something happened that stopped you in your tracks, saying, listen, you need to, maybe you came from a very controlling environment when you were younger, because this is what you need to be aware of. Where is this control coming from? Why did you get stopped? Why are you stopped right now? Maybe you're stuck, but you're really kind of hitting a wall with something right now in your life, and you need to look at that because there's a lot of emotion buried behind that you are running from. You don't want to look at right now. And so what's the guidance from the tarot here? Well, oh wow. Here's an offer from you from the universe. It's a gift. It's the gift of the pentacle. The pentacle, which is our body, right? It's like, listen, Scorpio, you have a body. I know you're really up in your head right now. I know you're really distracting. I know you're dissociating. You're trying to push this down, whatever it is. You don't want to look at this. But I want to give you another chance. I want you to get back into your body. I want you to discover what's in your body. I want you to find out what this Page of Wands right here, what direction they were supposed to go in. When you were told when you were younger, no, you're not allowed to. There's something here, and there's a new offer for you to get grounded. And I was gonna, and I only have one clarifier for this, and I shuffled I think a couple more times and asked for another one. And they said, no, this is enough. The 10 of Pentacles. This is a 10 of Cups. This is enough. Here's this offer you have this offer from the universe to get back into your body, because you know what? It's time to feel that 10th emotion. You know how I said you had stopped? You had stopped up here. Spiritual bypasser says, I'm healed. I'm done. There's no more healing to do. Thank you very much. Well, no, there's always healing to do. We're always healing. We always will be healing, because we always will feel. We're human, right? you have all this full range of emotions that come in that you should have full use of. They come in, we process them, we find out what the trauma is, what's all behind this, and then we release it. So there's a real call here for you, Scorpio, to get back in your body this month, to get yourself grounded so you can feel again. Feel what's coming up. Feel what's stopping you. Feel what this secret is. Feel what's wanting to come up here from your childhood. And so I'm going to leave you with a video on getting grounded, how to get back into your body. It's time for you to discover what your body is. So I'm going to read now an oracle card from the Shaman's Dream. And yeah, it's called the Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. I chuckle because, you know, it's talking about the feminine side of you. We already talked about this king, which is the masculine, your ego. And they want to talk to you about the divine feminine, which is the feminine side of you, which, you know, has a lot to do with grounding. So the cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment. Judgment. You've had the Judgment card twice. As your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen, with heart wide open, mindful that each step is the direction of your dreams and desires. And mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. So, real pull to get yourself grounded, real pull, this divine part of you, this divine feminine, getting back in your body so that you can feel, so that you're going to know what direction your little inner child knew where they were supposed to go until, you know, they were told, right? There's something here that you need to reveal. And so I want you to have compassion for yourself, Scorpio, for what you're working through this month. Looks like it's going to be a real interesting one to get back in your body. And this is the most difficult journey of your life, but it's the most important one to get back to you, your authentic self. Take care, and I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.